Yes, hello each and everyone who is watching in. Still Julius, Kawalya, taking you through the basic tutorials, and this time we're going to be looking at Microsoft PowerPoint. Many people have been raising questions as to when I'm producing these tutorials. Still many are coming still under the other packages, and this time we're going to be basically looking at Microsoft presentation software, and we're going to be basing on Microsoft PowerPoint. Remember, Microsoft is a suite, and under that suite we have different packages which are entitled to do different activities. Remember, under Microsoft suite we have Microsoft Word, which is a word processor. We have Microsoft database, that is Access, which is the database software, among others. And it also has a presentation software under it, which is called Microsoft PowerPoint. So Microsoft PowerPoint is a presentation software which is used to create or display information in the form of slides. So we're going to be learning what slides are. We are going to be learning each and everything, but for now we are going through the basics, the interface, and how Microsoft PowerPoint basically looks like. So stay with me, don't leave this page, subscribe and call your friends, more and more and more to subscribe and watch. So when I open my interface, this is how it looks like. That is the Microsoft PowerPoint presentation interface. That's how it looks like. Just like other programs of Microsoft, still we have a ribbon, we have the close, and so on. These things usually don't change. For example, we still have home. This is our ribbon, you know it, I think you do remember. We still have the insert, we have design, we have a transition, we have animation, slides, show, we have a review and view, and each has different tabs and commands which are used to issue different activities within your work or as you are working. So here, as you see, still we have the zoom out and we have the zoom in. You can make your slide or the workplace bigger or smaller depending on what you want. We still have different views. For example, we have the slideshow view, we have the reading view, we have the slide sort view, and the normal view. So right now we are in the normal view because you see this is what is highlighted. We are going to be looking at each and every view as we go on. We have the notes view. You can add some notes here. We shall get to know why we can add notes and others. Still in presentation software we can add different things. We can add things like charts, clip arts, we can add videos, we can add audio, among others, and we are going to be learning how to create or add each. And now when we open here, still I have to remind you, you have to save your work. And do you think, or do you remember how to save our work? Remember I told you, first create a folder on the desktop in your names and save your work under that folder. So we are going to save our work. It's asking us where do you want to save your work. This time I'm going to say I want to save it on the desktop. Let me create a new folder. Just right click and you say new folder, new folder. I'm going to call it PowerPoint. Then I'll give in my name. I'm going to give my presentation a name. Let me say learn 1. So don't mind about this extension. Remember, every program or every document in a computer has a file extension, so don't edit or don't change. I told you, remember, if you're using older versions of PowerPoint, so try to save under those older versions. So I would basically advise people, if you're saving your presentation, usually try to save it as 97 or 203, because most people are not having the newer versions of PowerPoint. So if you use a newer version of PowerPoint to create your work, a person with a lower version that is from 2003 and below won't be able to open that document. That document will look like a virus. It is not a virus. That will mean it will require you to use or upgrade your Office suite to a newer suite. So I would advise you to use this save as type. You save it as PowerPoint 97203, then you say save. Now when you save your work, you see here at the top your name has to change to alert you that now you have saved your work as learn1.ppt. Are we together? I think we are learning. So someone may ask, why am I seeing this page here? Now this is your slide. Remember, our presentation software is made up of slides. So it's under those slides that you put your different content. And remember, as you are creating your slides, try to be brief and precise. 2, use fonts which are clear and well readable. 3, if you are inserting transitions, try to make transitions less in time so that they appear very fast. 3, minimize your animations. Don't put a lot of animations in your slides. We are going to look at animations as we are working. Then 4, try to think a lot of points, because when you're given a slide or a presentation paper, a question, you are given a topic. For example, you may be asked to write about HIV/AIDS. Write or create a presentation which is alerting your congregation or a village about your about HIV. So that means you have to be so clever. Try to look for points, think for points, and try to create something. Then the other one, if you're told to use 5 slides, let them be 5 slides. Don't use 6. Usually have an introduction slide, a slide which is going to introduce you, or what we may term as the title slide. That's ever the first slide, which may include the theme name or the question name or anything then about you. Are we together? Then try to space your work. Don't put a lot of points or notes. All that we are going to be looking at how each is done. So when you will look here, so far, let me try to remove this slide. Delete. Yeah, when you open your presentation, you usually have one slide. So here we have the slides, then we have the outline. The outline is a view which helps us to view what we have put in our slides outlined. Then the slides will show you what is in your slide. In other words, outline shows us the contents of the slide, and this one shows us the view of the slide. So if you're told to insert a new slide, this is what you do. You come to home, you go here where you see new slide. We have different layouts of slides. It depends on which layout you want to use. You may ask a blank. We have title and content, we have section header, and so on. But we are going to look at each, and basically when you're designing, we use these two. We have the title slide and the title and content slide. So to insert a new slide, you just click on that particular slide you want. I think you see now. So far I have 1, 2 slides. So you may add another one, 3 slides. I add another one, 4 slides. I add another one, 5 slides. So this is my first slide, which is slide 1. It is the title slide. Then I have others. I can put here any heading or topic, then I outline my points. I can insert pictures, I can insert media clips, among others. We're going to learn how to insert each, and still you can go and edit as you want. You can bold, underline, italicize, change font size, anything, just as we did in Microsoft Word. Okay, so let us try something. We are going to be writing about let us write something about HIV/AIDS. Imagine you have been given a question. Create 5 slides on HIV AIDS. Slide 1 should introduce you. Slide 2 should be talking about how HIV AIDS is spread. Slide 3 can be about the dangers of HIV AIDS. Slide 4, how to prevent HIV AIDS. And slide 5, maybe remarks. You can be asked to give a graph showing about the rate of HIV AIDS among its different areas and so on. So I will start with saying HIV AIDS. Okay. And here I can say by Kawalya Julius. Okay. So you can add more. You can add more. In other words, these are called pens, and under these pens you can add more and more. Okay, so if you want to add another one, you can still add. You come to insert. Are we together? You come to shapes. For example, here you click this one here, you draw. So when I draw this, I can add another pen where I can add more information. Let me say 2020. Okay, make it smaller. Remember about those points as we learned about them in Microsoft. So have you seen? So still I can go back and edit. I can change the color, font color to red. I can change here still to purple. I can bold. I can change the font type. Let me use this so that people can remember. Your slides have to be clear for other people to see them. Let me center this one. So this is my first slide. Have you seen? This is the slide view. When I go here, it's outlining what I have written here. Kawalya Julius, blah 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 blah, and so on. Are we together? So I can go back to slides. What's slide number 2? Slide number 2 can be the causes of HIV AIDS. Okay, so this is my header. In this placement here, I can bold it, still go back, change the font, make it bigger, causes of HIV, give it color purple. Then I can start outlining different causes. Are we together? Still I can go here and I say how to prevent HIV AIDS. Okay, can still bold it, make it purple, bold, change calibre, make it bigger. Still I can, then I start outlining my various points here. Then I can add here others and others. Basically that is how. So you can scroll through your different slides, and the slide you are in and you're working on is usually highlighted with a yellow mark to show you that is the current slide. Now you're not here. When I go to slide 2, have you seen? It is showing me I'm on slide 2 highlighted with that color. Are we together? So you can zoom in and zoom out. Okay, like that. So I think we are learning. Basically, you might be still asked, bold your heading, underline your heading. Still all those ones work as we did in Microsoft Word. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'm still coming back for more. Please remember to subscribe. This is ITAU and ICT is fun. Thanks for watching. Remember to save your work. Remember to be precise. Give less points. Let the points be matching with the theme. Please don't give points which are outside of the theme. And remember, use less transitions, use less animations. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Just click the subscribe button and like.